It is time for FACEIT League. I'm very excited. I'm very excited for this matchup. Been looking forward to this one all week. It's Master Thursday. It's Master Thursday. Master Division has returned. They are back. We missed you, Master Division. We missed you. Master Division took a week off to kind of get acclimated here with the new perk system that we had introduced last week. Expert got to be the guinea pigs and just go in directly following the release of perks. They're in here competing. But Master Division kind of let things settle a little bit. But now we're getting the very tippity top of FACEIT League, showing us what they can do on these perks. You know, we saw it in OWCS over the weekend. Now it's high time for these teams to give it a try. With Yuurei Mirai taking on Quick Esports, I mean, this is one of the hottest up-and-coming talents in Yuurei Mirai, who have just been constantly fighting their way up through the divisions. I mean, taking on, what is one of the favorites here in Master Division. So, I mean, could be quite the tough test here for Yuurei Mirai today. I'm a big fan of the future Ghosts. But, I mean, the Ghosts are up against some of the best in EMEA for this match today. I mean, Quick have their sights set on OWCS, right? They want to make it into top 2 and make it into those promotion matches. See if they can fight their way into OWCS for stage 2. Yuurei Mirai coming in 1-2. Most recently losing to Victims earlier this week. They did go 1-1 in their opening week here in Master Division. Taking a very solid win over D Impero during that week, but dropped their opening match to SRP check. So it's Yuurei Mirai kind of sitting right here in the middle right now. I mean, they're currently listed in that 3 to 7th slot. The goal, I think, for Yuurei Mirai at this point is to stay out of the bottom 4. Bottom 4 will get relegated. So bottom 4 teams out of Master Division will just get auto moved down into Expert. Right, as of right now, we're not seeing any relegation. There's no relegation matches between Master and Expert Division. So that, I think, has to be the goal for Yuurei Mirai right now, is to kind of keep their head above water, keep their ghostly heads above that water line of bottom 4. And then maintain that spot and look to continue to grow. This is their first foray coming into Master Division. They were in Advance in Season 2, champions of Advance that season. Come through and with a fantastic foray into Expert Division, good enough for top 6, both in regular season and in their playoff finish. And I mean, that's insane for, your first run into Expert to do that well. And I mean, do well enough to make it into Master Division. Let's go check out Master Quals. I mean, they almost made it through first round, right? They 3-1 Velto. And then they get 3-2 by Thunder. I mean, Velto has proven to be a top team in Expert. And then moving in to lower bracket after that tough loss against Thunders, Yuurei Mirai are able to fight through the next 2 matches without dropping a map. So including a 3-0 over Pytel. So this is how we find Yuurei Mirai in Master Division, amongst some pretty big names here, right? Including Incendia, Quick, SRP check, D Impero. I think all of them, all those 3 in particular are pretty top tier. Our own match is looking pretty good. NEL should be a sweep. Looks like Quick is having a good day. Hey, I'm happy to hear it. Happy to hear it for all the Quick fans out there. Happy to hear it. So, with that said, Yuurei Mirai are 1-2. Yuurei Mirai are 1-2 here in Season 4 is they make their way into Master Division. Their schedule gives some time for that bounce back, though. TA is going to be a real tough match, as is today's match against Quick. But, you got Cronus, Little Ducks, and Eclissy, which was formerly Everfrost. So there's certainly a chance for them to kind of separate themselves from this 1-2 pack they currently sit in, right? But, you know what? Is going up against a mean squad on the other side. So let's zoom in on Quick Esports here a little bit. Big favorites right now. 2-0 with wins over SRP Check and Dreamlight. Win over SRP Check definitely has some weight behind it. Now, this is not the same squad that went 8-3 the season before, right? The Season 3 Quick squad was the Hattori, Strebber, Kin squad. We can't put too much in that. Wasn't even the same team. This team at the top of your screen here, this is current Quick. And then they look very scary. They look very, very good. Willis has been, has just been an outstanding tank here in EMEA Path to Pro since Season 2, since the Red Line days. I think is considered one of the most dangerous teams here in Master Division. I keep calling them the favorites. They 3-0'd their way. They got invited to Day 2. That's right. They got invited to Day 2 because of their finish in Season 3. And then just 3-0'd their way right back into Master Division. Quick Esports almost made it to OWCS. And that is, I think, where we really started to take notice of the squad. They get beat in a 2-3, right? Where it was Vision Esports, like, barely squeaked by in that OWCS qualifiers. And Quick Esports was one of the big roadblocks in their way there through that lower bracket run, as was Incendia, who you see right beneath them, both of which took Vision to 5 maps, but neither could clinch that 5th map. Quick Esports were within spitting distance of OWCS. Like, they had it. They could see the light of OWCS at the end of the tunnel and just ran out of gas there right at the very end. And I think that performance was really one of the things that kind of solidified the community's opinion of them as a top tier team here at Master Division. All right, map 1. We're headed to Somoa. It is a random map pick here for map number 1. And we do emulate OWCS as far as our hero bands are concerned. It's like hiccuping trying to connect me to the Overwatch servers. There it goes. Yeah, it was just being stubborn. Y'all, sorry about that. All right, let's get into this. Fortunately, they first just got started. Nobody's got capped yet. Show me some Overwatch. Let's get into this map 1. Oh, and no 0 today. Why do I always think Evil Hits get? That's the second time I've done that. It's the second time I've, like, in my brain just... Okay, sure. What is it, Monday? What is going on around here? What is going on around here? All right. Good chance. Kind of lock in. Examine what we're seeing here. I mean, it was a big bio that really kind of started this one going south there for Yuurei Mirai. Quick does lose Snowdrop up here. He just took 10 points on Quick. He should be good. Well, I mean, they do have first cap. They do have first cap. Finners with a good, got it 90% towards that overclock of that first fight. Dip does get the nano though, and we're gonna get a blade in here immediately. Chops through a couple, Snowdrop there to finish it off, and last swipe there on to Abel. So far, so good here for Quick Esports. Not allowing myself to sit in any of the team's VCs. Sad face. Sound barrier investment here out of Natsuki. Trying to close this thing out. Barrett got theirs invested as well, but Evil gets popped in off the outside. Fingers for the last second overclock here. But looks very separated from the rest of the team. Isolated even further there by Willis in the Diva. And a swift 100-0 and Coconuts going to Quick Esports. All right, let's lock in. So Mirai start off showing us the Maga comps. And Willis has just got way too much maneuverability. But now we're going to get into that mirror. Interesting backline difference with Yoham on the Ana. We're gonna get the double speed out from Yuurei Mirai. Okay, no, Linrax just getting him out of spawn there with the speed ring. And does go back into the Lucio carrier for some extra maneuverability / survivability. Santi and Yuurei Mirai just approaching up the gut. Quick Esports come around through the reactor side. Dip on this Echo is an interesting little caveat into the normal Maga composition. Do some extra poke damage. Evil goes dashing in. One of the players I was saying to watch out for, although I was mistakenly thinking hit scan. Still just as lethal. It's the Evil Genji, of course. Willis wins out over Santi, but Evil does find Dip there in the back. Yoham tried to catch somebody with a sleep throw there. There's the Evil we know and love, starting to heat up. Comes up with nice 3-piece there at the end of the fight, and Yuurei Mirai get percentage for the first time today. Dip with a bit of a flank around the outside. Evil leading the server in ult charge, quickly catched up by Yoham there. And the on the other, for quick. Evil trying to give chase to Dip here. Dip goes up top, breaks the ankles there with a slick little wall climb. Double dash through. Ooh, deflect onto the triple shurikens, and Dip wins it out. Meanwhile, back off point, there is a Kitsune Rush now available. Yoham and Willis both went down. Yoham dying 99% towards that nano boost. That could have been the ticket. But despite losing Evil on the flank, Santi able to win out the war on the front line here. Double support ult's now available for Yuurei Mirai, 43% and counting. Dip once again going on the flank. This one a much shallower flank. I mean, a nano snowdrop there with the overclock. Evil picking out of the sky. A great Bionade lands and the slide shot for 2. Follow up on Linrax for 3. Beautiful nano overclock there on a snowdrop. That was awesome. That was awesome. Oh, the coconuts are one of my favorites. Like, they better not take that out. I don't know if that was just a glitch or if that was intentional or what, but I love the coconuts. Fenris now returning with their own overclock. Santi with a cage find as well. You see Santi going to go in and use that immediately. Drops that OC. Cage is going to get broke. Dip comes in with the sword. The katana is able to pick up nothing. I mean, gets a lot of damage into the back line. And eventually, Dip will get a dash through kill onto Fenris. Evil finds 2 on the back of this fight, though. Oh, they almost snuck that point flip in. Willis is able to get a toe back on just in time, but now cannot step off at all. With an overclock coming in from Fenris, that could prove problematic. As soon as they do, Yuurei back in control of the point. Evil trying to press the issue, but with the cooldowns used, has to just back on up. No ultimates. Actually, Snowdrop does have an OC coming up online. They had a rail shot out of Fenris, though. Gotta be careful. Get topped up. Had an opening on the Barrett, but here comes Barrett back on the hunt. Oh! Barrett, you are barking up the wrong tree. Snowdrop has got you locked in. And that's a nice 3-piece for that OC. Still after the shellacking there in the opening round, Yuurei Mirai have brought this one to 94%, taking this to a final fight. It's gonna be Evil's Blade versus double support ult. Unfortunately for Yuurei Mirai, they're gonna have to either that or prolong this initial engagement out long enough to get their own support ults online. But no, they don't have the opportunity to do that. Snowdrop's gonna get the nano boost, and Dip will shut down that blade. Yuurei Mirai, they bring it close. They take us to this final fight scenario. But it's not looking like there's much left. Barrett does good to even get the sound barrier on the ground. That is the last hurrah. Here for the Future goes on Somoa. It'll be a 1-0 lead for Quick Esports. Whoops, I didn't change the map number from... How did that not get updated? Oh well, might as well just put it on map 2 now.
This ends now. 2 down. Cleaning house.
It is intentional. That's awesome.
Days like this never get.
That is awesome. Just the way they appear, you know, it kind of looked like it may have been some sort of weird glitch in the map because they just kind of randomly appear. But I love it. I love it. Good. That means the coconuts aren't going anywhere. And I like my coconuts. And Quick Esports got a whole basket full of coconuts. They're on Samoa. Felt close on Volcano, but looking at the stat line, dipped 26 and 3 Snowdrop. That newcomer here with Zydra being absent in my wishful thinking. Willis 28 and 2. Fewest deaths in the lobby though goes to Natsuki. Natsuki only dying once throughout both of those submaps. All right, Escort was picked. Excuse me. Wait, what? Did it look like it just said Escort was picked and then it dropped out and said Game 2 Suravasa? Am I crazy? All right, I'll actually get the bands fixed for you up top this time. Because of the hiccup there in getting Overwatch to launch. But I didn't really want to take the time to ask the teams who banned what. Lemmick, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Appreciate you being here. All right. It's a JQ Lucio ban. Let's see if I can figure out who banned what. Who banned JQ? Okay. So, Junker Queen ban. They're out of Yuurei Mirai, which then, of course, means the Lucio ban here from Quick. Okay, that's enough of our copyright-free music. We're loaded into Suravasa here. Map choice from Yuurei Mirai. Try to see if they can tie us up in this series. I always start on this side. Let's start the camera on the other side this time. It's just a little different.
Ready for battle.
You know what? I promised you more pigeons in this stream. There you go. You will have pigeons.
5, 4.
Okay, Quick Esports taking the Lucio out of this composition, so very moving over to a Juno.
Initial flashpoint. Mark.
Dip coming out on the far. Looks like both teams are going to go for the stairway approach. So this is a delicate trade of cooldowns to see who can get their tank in a more favorable position. Who can safely secure this top section. And it's Santi popping the cardiac overdrive to move up and claim it first. Actually, he was just on fire. Never mind. That was not self-induced. That was the cardiac overdrive pop. There, okay, it was there. Was it just me, or it didn't look like the cooldown was active when I first... Okay, anyway. Whatever. I looked to the bottom right, and it wasn't orange. It was still white, so I didn't think the cardiac overdrive was active. And then it went on cooldown. So I was like, wait a minute, it was active. Anyway. It does end up being Yuurei able to claim this all-important first spot. You can see with minimal resistance. You don't have to take a full engagement team fight for them to start building percentage here. It was just that delicate poise after that first engagement. But Will's coming to grab some of it back. It's gonna be an overrun retreat. They're out of Santies. Yuurei regroup on this next quarter. Bit of a staring contest between our two Malgas. Both cardiacs have been used. Evil 84% towards this blade. Almost doubling what Dip has on the other side. Try to open this up, maybe take this first point. There's Verd in with the orbital ray, and the katana is unsheathed. Natsuki felled despite the cage fight and the orbital up from the other side. Ooh, Snowdrop lives with 1 health. Willis gets that kill on the Evil just in the nick of time, but a massive player advantage in this overtime fight here for Mirai. And they will run off the remaining stragglers from Quick Esports and start with a 1-0 lead on Suravasa.
Next, flashpoint, temple.
All right, that was fortuitous. Watching this Kitsune rush. Yep, and cage fight. Wouldn't surprise me to see Linrax slow that down. Didn't even feel like they needed to. Just had such open sight lines. Natsuki was so focused on trying to keep Willis alive through that. Did not pay any attention to Linrax throwing kunai right in their ear. Makes for a swift kill onto Willis and a swap over to the Orisa. Rocking the World Cup skin. Okay. Burp. That's a very D&D thing to say there. Oh, burbs. Hey, I promised you more pigeon cam. There's that Kitsune rush coming out from Mirai. Natsuki does put up the rally amidst all this, and it's a big rotation all the way to the point. So Quick Esports able to anchor this down and flip control. Finish drops the overclock to try to take this back. Snowdrop has one in play as well from the other side. Got to keep an eye out for Dip on that Echo. Is playing off on the roof. Is still holding this far angle. And he can put so much poke damage down. So Evil moves out to try to clean off this flank. Here comes Natsuki in with the peel, and it's a 2v1 on the outside. Duplicate used. Santi joins the fight. And Santi will mow down Natsuki just as Dip gets the kill. Evil deflect and dashing through, getting out with 1 health and a dream. He will, Willis, excuse me, will go down on the point as Det is pulled out of that duplicate form. Simultaneous orbital raise and the flip back here from Mirai as they went out a very long fight. Now, because of that rotation halfway through it, Quick is able to sneak 62% up during that engagement. Evil immediately dashes to Natsuki as they loop around to the outside for this Dragon Blade. Willis running on to point. Pops the Fortify and gets a little bit of extra armor from it, but I don't think it's gonna be enough to keep you alive through that. Terra Surge, I lied! I so lied! The heals are good! Yoham with like 50 health was sitting back here just pouring a Fuda into Willis. And that extra little bit of armor there from the perk is able to keep Willis alive through that Terra Surge. Unbelievable. Now they've got a shield to work with. Evil forced to push through mid. A dangerous route to get onto this point, initiated touch, and it's actually a little early. There's the OT. There's the flip. There's the flip. Oh no, bit of a fumble there from Quick Esports. You don't want to give that over to the 99 fight for free. especially with a Kitsune rush and a cage fight now up here from Yuurei Mirai. Evil is down. It's a 4v5 here for the Future Ghost, but Fenris has that OC. Finds Willis, finds Dip. Good shot. Third. Natsuki is down. Fenris might have just delivered a second point over here. Has to slide out, but it's still a 3v2, favoring Yuurei Mirai. They momentarily disengage out of the Kitsune rush, but converge back in to find that kill onto Yoham and claim this second objective.
Next flashpoint ruins.
Oh, I would never take the Alpha skin off. I unfortunately was on a very tight budget while that skin pack was available, and I was not able to afford it. And I'm very sad. Just specifically for the Appa Orisa. I mean, there's a floating emote, for goodness sake. All right, Dip, woo! Dip finds two, but the orbital ray is good enough to deliver a repair back the other direction, and it's a 3v3 on the point here for Yuurei Mirai. Santi's able to pick up one. Evil Steer on this point with Santi. I was trying to see who all was left. Yoham gone. And that's a lot of sustain now absent. Natsuki no longer in the fight. And Yuurei Mirai have got themselves first cap. I agree with Trash Panda. You can't swap that off. That's one of the coolest skins they've ever released. I want the Appa skin so bad. Evil with another blade into this fight. Orbital right there, and Dip hits the focusing beam perfectly onto that high ground. Ooh, that was a very low Varret. Snuck behind the body block of Santi from those stickies, and then returns in with the cage fight. Santi, get down, Mr. President, and I will eliminate all of your adversaries. Snowdrop with the Kitsune rush does find an equalizer onto Fenris. I don't know if it's enough to get this back. Santi gets the kill with the overrun, and Yuurei Mirai are hanging on to this thing 4 strong on this point. Quick suddenly find themselves in a very disparate situation here, but they do have a couple of tools to work with. DPS ults notably, and a cage fight not far behind that. Willis is going to drop on to the objective. Dip taking a lot of damage from the outside. There's that cage fight, catching Santi in the corner. All of Quick Esports come in to get a piece of that action. Looked like a fun little party. Nobody wants a little FOMO on that, but here comes the response. Pushing to the outside. Yuurei Mirai are able to find a kill in Natsuki, but with Fenris down, they're losing punching power by the second. The duel on the outside will go in Snowdrop's favor, and Quick Esports will keep us fighting here in Suravasa. Horses never die. Wouldn't it be Flying Bison never die? Overclock kind of Snowdrop, just kind of running everybody away here. Santi does try to respond with like the later cardiac. Watched Willis use their cooldown, and now we got an orbital go the rest of the way. So a nice kind of layering of cooldowns into the orbital to buy a lot of space. Here comes the counterpunch with the Kitsune rush on the other side. Willis does fall though. Is there enough of big beefy body to try to move past the shots of Fenris? It doesn't look like it. It's up to Natsuki to drop and get a touch. Snowdrop is gone. Yuurei Mirai will tie us up. There we go. Some stats there for map 2. What a turnaround. What a turnaround. I don't know about y'all, but after map 1, part of me was starting to worry that this was going to be a little bit more one-sided than I anticipated. And I think it would have been easy for that to get into Yuurei Mirai's psyche there, but they don't let it. They come out and not only win Suravasa, they 3-0 Suravasa. Santi leading the server in damage there. Verret with fewest deaths, but nobody on Yuurei Mirai died very much. And it seemed to be kind of... The deaths on Yuurei Mirai didn't result in fight wins for Quick. They were often trades, and in the... we often saw 3v3s and 3v4s going in Quick's favor, actually, that Yuurei Mirai would win. You know, when I say a 3v3 going in Quick's favor, like where Quick got the first pick, but it was then traded out by Yuurei Mirai. Or Yuurei Mirai got one, like we saw, what was that on Ruins? Or no, was it Temple? It was on Temple. Well, where Yuurei Mirai got the opening pick, but then Quick Esports immediately followed with 2. Right? So they had the 4v3, but then Yuurei Mirai are able to find the equalizer, and then they get the 3v3 and win that out. So that's, when I say a 3v3 was in Quick's favor, that's what I mean. But, I mean, in a lot of those situations, it was Yuurei Mirai, I mean, able to scrap it out. They say persistent, and stay locked in. We've got ourselves a series. Now we've got ourselves a series. All right, this time Escort was chosen for real. Dorado picked out a Quick Esports, where Willis can go back into that Diva. Do we get the Diva ban? That would be what I'm anticipating here. Do we get a Diva ban out of Yuurei Mirai? Santi is goated. Hard to argue that. Unironically, these roster changes made Yuurei like 2 or 3 spots better. Yeah, with no 0. We do get the Diva ban. Don't even have to ask. So, Diva ban out of Yuurei Mirai, Genji ban. They're out of Quick. Oh, that's a sound clash. Thank you, copyright-free music. Well, we're getting ready to head into Dorado. We don't need you anymore. Are we on the same sides? We are on the same sides. Do I have any pigeons in Dorado? That's the real question. All right, let's get into map 3. Ooh. Fenris greeting Snowdrop there on that jump shot. We're already Will's moving over into a hazard composition with Dip on the Torn. So Dip's kind of playing a little bit of anti-dive. And Snowdrop on the Widowmaker. This doesn't leave a lot of help for Willows when trying to move in. You can be playing a bit more of a conservative hazard, I would imagine here. A little bit more peel-oriented, map control, high ground control. You can see Willis not opting to just dive directly onto the Widowmaker. Does make a move up to the high ground for the supports, but it looks like more just to block healing than to try to attack the supports. Santi is able to retreat, but not able to stick around in the fight and has to kind of fall back here to courtyard. So Quick Esports just posture their way through the first section of point A. Bit of a rotation coming in through this side. Let's check it with Snowdrop. That's not Snowdrop. Well, that was Snowdrop. Good call out on the wall. You see somebody's watching Santi's back. As soon as that call was made, Santi's up in the air and back over to the proper side of it. A lot of damage goes into Willis. They were forced back around the cover. Dip on this high ground by themselves. Okay, drop back down to Mega, realizing they were a bit vulnerable, and Santi does not pursue. Linrax with the first ultimate online here in Dorado. Oh, but will not get a chance to use it. Snowdrop finds the shot, and that is just the opener that Quick Esports needed. Right now on a bit of a duel. Ooh, Evil moves up. While Snowdrop was trying to find Fenris, Evil finds the flank. Evil gets the pulse out of Natsuki as well. Oh, it's a touch late to your paw, Evil. I'm so sorry. Despite losing Linrax early from that beautiful shot. Really good response. Now, Dip is still alive back here? Dip? Okay, Santi's the only one left. Oh, Evil is still here. Okay, okay. Cynic for Barrett. Oh, okay, okay. Well, Barrett with one health is going to pop this rally here in the back. The Nano Boost did make it out onto Evil miraculously, and he was able to find a kill on a Willis with that, but is outnumbered here on the point. Can Santi bring it back in a 1v3 with a Primal Rage? Oh, we got to be careful, dodge around that lava. Getting shot in the back by that pesky turret. Yeah? Yeah? How useless is that destroy breakable objects perk now, huh? I'm just kidding, it is still pretty useless. Whoops, wrong button. Ah! Barrett thought about the Lucio. Goes back on over to the brick. Try to protect the Ana on this high ground. See if they can... That does say to me then kind of investing and committing to this high ground point B defense. And trying to keep Linrax protected in that back line. Snowdrop takes a good shot from Fenris. The favor was returned, though. Santi moved in on a bit of an attack there. Oh, but gets brought down. The defense not able to solidify this high ground like they wanted. A lot of progress being made while all this is going on. What a sleep. Snowdrop does pick up Santi, though. Willis is waking from their nap by a loud sound barrier alarm clock. It's hey, on your feet, soldier, get to work. All right. Four ultimates here for Quick Esports to close this out with. Just a Nano Boost coming online here, and it's not even ready to go yet. Snowdrop at the overclock is going to fight Santi before that Nano Boost is available. Molten Core on the point is going to make life very difficult for Evil. What a great prediction onto that recall. Beautiful shot out of Snowdrop, and 2 points, 3 minutes on the board. Evil swapping now. Bringing out the anti-hazard. Wilson's able to fight Barrett with that downpour. Kind of caught in between a difficult spot right now. So just decides to move in, put some pressure in. Beautiful wall, gets the kill, dodges the sleep. Literax is not getting out of there. Willis is just dismantling this Yuurei Mirai defense. A very low evil ducks into the healing of that bubble, but still Snowdrop comes in, appears on the flank to take them down. And Yuurei Mirai find themselves in a nasty crossfire. Fidder's trying to lead for that pressure with a nano to overclock, sliding onto the point to try to keep it down, but slides too far, jumps off of the objective. And that looks like the cap. Fidder's took my camera with them.
Score 0-3. Switching sides. Initiating match. Ready for battle.
Hey, you missed a pinata. You missed a pinata. Yo, him. Yo, him. You missed one. All right. Virginia defense, Snowdrop starting on the Soj there. Just a quick little disruptor for some extra ult charge. Fenris sneaking around the outside on top of the orange house for that angle down the hallway. Snowdrop knows they're there, obviously. That quick little movement of the high ground against the Widowmaker. We're more worried about not getting shot than actually landing any headshots the other direction. But has to try to keep pressure down. Wilson's going to go ahead and make the leap over to the house, but Ada Bionate along the way just took way too much poke damage before they even got to the top of Yellow House, and Fenris finds that angle. Great start for the Yuurei Mirai as they crack this wide open. Not a slow posturing style, but a dive in for it, find a kill on a Willis, a great shot from Fenris. This is buying them a lot of space to try to solidify the second, the back of this first point, the second stage of this objective. Santi putting himself inside a small room. Yeah, it was not the play. Unfortunately, Willis recognized the vulnerability and is able to body block them, keep them from taking so much damage. Doesn't entirely body block, but Santi just took so much damage on the Winston, they're not able to get out. Okay, rotation to the high ground here from Yuurei Mirai. Evil trying to push into that back line, just drops back. Evil does find that entry. While this is going on, Evil's able to work through on this right-hand side, but it's just a little bit out of sync. See, Willis doesn't land until after the kill onto Evil is there. I mean, they're just a split second out of sync. Nano is thrown on to Santi to try to swing this 45, as we saw plenty of times in Suravasa. He's going to cancel the Primal Rage out of dead. Pop the, the Molten Core. Pops their Primal Rage. And that's going to be a second kill out of the Primal. And that'll get her done. Once again, we see Yuurei Mirai swing a fight where they were down in numbers. The Boop, the Reed, the Slate, Willis. Experiencing the full tank, the full tank experience there. Quick on Tob. Sorry, I'm not British enough. I actually say top. A lot of old spit from Yuurei in that previous fight. It could put them in a bit of a hole here. An opening pick would go a long way. And that Bionade on to Willis almost delivered. Sorry, camera's getting a little wild there for a moment. Slow her down. So here comes the push with the rally from Natsuki. Willis jumping over, trying to just surround Santi. Does open things up for Dip to find a kill. And Quick Esports able to fortify this high ground using only that rally to do so. Is that onto the Ana? Yeah, that's onto the Ana. Literax could be in trouble. Ooh, well, let's get some with the spike guard through all of that. The spike guard, is able to work through the pile of bodies. Meanwhile, back on the inside, Verret and Fenris have found kills, including one onto Willis. Whoops. Santi messes up the jump trying to pursue, and Dip throws a pulse in. Ooh, it looked like Mirai with a kill onto Willis might be able to keep this cart moving. Suddenly, they're looking a little locked down there in the courthouse. Evil has to fall all the way back for a mega. And it's a rotation here through the courtyard. This buys time for the defense to get set up on the high ground once again. Fenris trying to play this long range as Santi gets the nano boost and jumps in from down low. Opts to try to use that nano to heal and keep Willis in check. He's supposed to try to help out the battle of the soldiers here on the high ground. Fenris has made their way all the way around to this other side, but Yuurei used Linrax in this rotation. Primal inside the vault. Ooh, nice little juggle to get Snowdrop caught in the corner. Oh, that was a bad blink. Yeah, you put yourself in a bad spot there. Dip, no way. No way. Oh, and the jump! Still chasing Dip. All right, Linrax comes through. Santi says thank you. Overclock invested here from Snowdrop, trying to put a stop to this. Less than a minute to go. Willis finds a pick on the Fenris, and the OC lands on to Linrax. Beautiful shot. I can't help but feel that Dip able to survive as long as they did really gave time for that defense to come back in and kind of get poised for that retake. Yuurei and Mirai were not in a position to really hold the choke on that. Plenty of ultimates available. Well, a couple of ultimates at least available here for Yuurei and Mirai to get it done. They're going to have to do it without Verret, though, and that sound barrier not an option. Snowdrop's going to take Fenris out of this overclock as well. Fenris with a beautiful shot. He will keep it a little point pressure and did initiate the yellow bar, but Yuurei and Mirai fighting from a deep deficit this time without Santi. It's looking damn near impossible to get this. Never mind. They C9'd it. They C9'd it. They C9'd it. I was just about to say this looks damn impossible, and they C9'd it. Guys, the point. So, less than 6 seconds to go. Already a considerably smaller time banker for Yuurei and Mirai, and that's if they were able to get the cap right this second. With kills coming through here for Quick, it is looking unlikely for this engagement. Ooh, almost got the triple wing pulse. Kicked a field goal on that one, split it right in between the two supports. Willis with the downpour could just keep anybody from getting into the power plant whatsoever. Yeah, I think it's going to opt to hold the squishies. We'll find Santi with that contender rush is in here from Yuurei Mirai, but with everybody rooted, there's just no shot at surviving the onslaught out of Quick. And despite a bit of a fumble there on the C9, Quick Esports do not let the cart get any further. They move up to match point. Some stats there for map 3. Snowdrop and Dip, both with exceptional maps, but Snowdrop comes out 39-6. It's actually Dip leading the server in damage by a whopping 41 damage. Yeah, that was a true Charlie Niner. That was a true Charlie Niner. That was a win the fight and neglect the objective, like, purest C9. But hey, at the end of the day, it ends up not mattering. Quick Esports, they literally don't give up another 5 meters after that egregious C9. So they immediately find redemption. How much Yoham getting in the mix here? 33 elims. 33 elims. Yuurei was getting in the mix more than Dip. 33 and 3. 23 assists. Impeccable. Impeccable teamwork there out of Quick. Oh, I missed our map pick. All right. We are headed to Coliseum here for Yuurei Mirai's map pick with Ball and Kiriko banned out.
Initiating match.
Interesting. The Ball is a Yuurei Mirai ban.
Ready for battle.
Let's get into map 4. You know, we've been teased that the next DPS hero could be a gladiator style. And I'd always theorized that all of these statues, yeah, there's quite a number of them around the map.
1.
You have another one back here in, not that hallway, it's back in that hallway. Were character designs that didn't make the final cut, but they didn't want to waste the hard work, and so they ended up just being statues around the map. I'd always theorized that since the introduction of this map. And now we get a tease of a voice line that's like gladiator's gonna gladiate or something. It's like, ha-ha! Anyway, we're back into the manga here. We get the Dip versus Evil Genji battle. Evil is way outside this fight though. He's very much on the flank. Willis gets the critical overrun. Santi's stuck down in the corner. And then Quick Esports seem to have the better strategy out of the gate there. Just a lot of front-loaded pressure. Bachu, thank you so much for the raid. I hope the Quack game went well. I appreciate you very, very much. Sorry about yesterday. Woo! Good shot from Federez. Let's go. Oh, Natsuki just gets bowled over. That was like a rhino versus a baby lamb. That was ridiculous. Tip coming up close on a blade here, and Yuurei and Mirai are coming up close on the lead. In fact, they will get the lead by a handful of meters. Sound barrier invested there for Vera, but Evil doesn't want to yet pull out the blade. Doesn't need the combo, or at least didn't want to take their eyes off of Willis for that combo. Orbital already tossed in for both of our squads. Really very nicely placed there out of quick as it went right over the middle of the pack. Comboed with the rally. Dip is able to move in fearlessly and with an enormous amount of health. 350 health on the Genji as they went dashing through everybody. 350 health and the truckload of healing from the orbital ray. There was no stopping the Dip. No blade necessary. Dueling blades, dueling cage fights. Santi playing off the high ground as to force Willis to make an extra move. Santi is going to go in and just volunteer themselves into the cage fight, though. That's the drop. Here comes the blades into the thick of it. Dip and Evil going toe-to-toe. Dip is going to win it out. Snowdrop comes in to bail out their friend from the back line with the shots. And the massive DPS ult fight, cage fight, goes to Quick. And they will retake their lead. I just said that, Athena. Thank you. I just said it. Snowdrop jumping up to the high ground rotation from Yuurei and Mirai down low. Willis is going to run into the room to see if they can clean up here in the hidey hole of the future ghosts. Yeah, don't jump there, Willis. Don't jump there. That's the fort spawns picked up. And a good lead here from Quick. Nice move! Ooh, Santi gives a little razzle dazzle, gives a bit of the shimmy and avoids the overrun, and then responds with their own very close quarters cooldown there. All right, Santi. All right, Santi. Somebody did not skip their tango class. Double support ult available for both of our squads. Dip with an advantage on the blade. Venus has got that high ground unlocked for now, but Dip is able to get in. Orbital Ray up from both of our teams. Evil! Evil comes through with the big blade! I was watching the wrong swordsmith here. And that was a statement. That was a statement. And a lot of these big old fights, particularly here in the past map and a half or so, have gone in Quick's favor. And this is going to be Yuurei Mirai, I mean, centimeters away from this checkpoint in a cage fight to close it out. Natsuki is one, trying to back up with that shield, but Santi will just punch right through it. Now, everybody just trying to pile up onto Santi. Evil with 1 health gets hit by an overrun. And Yuurei Mirai stops shy of the checkpoint. Esports, no need to press the issue. They don't need to risk themselves for further map control at all. Content to just sit here and build up towards some of these ultimates. Not much in the pocket for Yuurei Mirai to try to cheat this. Speedering in, uses a disengage, I think. Willis finally does hit the overrun to try to back up. An overclock invested from Fenris on that same angle. Gets a shot into Snowdrop. Snowdrop had their own OC, so. Sandy goes running in, and oh, as soon as the overrun lands, the orbital ray comes in from the other side. Very nicely timed there out of Yoham. Linrax was still about 20% away from their own, and Yuurei Mirai just didn't stand a chance in that beam from space. Trying to chase the supports. 1 and 2, and both are gone. And Dip just styling on the back line of Yuurei Mirai now. Oh, and got the Ajax. Oh, ouch. All right, that hurts. That hurts. Oof, I didn't even hear the voice line. Didn't even hear the voice line. That's backbreaking. Here comes the brace out of Yuurei Mirai to see if they can prop themselves back up. Then they do manage to deny the capture at the very end, but minimal time remaining. 2-minute warning. I love this Soch skin, by the way. I like how Fenris is doubling down on the Murphy. I just realized that. That's giving me a cage fight out of Santi. Blade thrown in from Evil. That was Willis the cage fight, but Evil just goes diving right into it. Santi actually did throw theirs at the same time, so I was not entirely incorrect. Another big important fight win here out of Yuurei Mirai. They string 2 back-to-back. This one does cost them 2 ults, but you know what? It was a matched investment from the other side, so no worse for wear as far as economy. And now some important map space to work with here. Finish with an overclock, but prematurely kind of forced off that high ground. Yuurei Mirai going to rotate back around. We're going all the way around this outside rotation. Okay. Ooh. Once again, Barrett doesn't make it in. Dip does overextend, trying to pursue some kills. Now we've got a 3v3 as Yuurei Mirai suddenly turn a 5v3 and we're even. Bye, Cowboard K. Thank you for the follow. 40 seconds to go. Remember, Yuurei did at least get the checkpoint at some point through this, so they don't have to wait for that stall there. Dip with Blade. Orbital ready to go. Linrax needs this orbital like now. Like right now. Fortunately for Yuurei Mirai, Quick Esports is taking their time on this approach. Overclock ready from Fenris. Not much room to work. Gotta respect everything available on the other side. Dip with the Blade could put it into this. Fenris is gonna make a move. Heads up to that high ground. Dip still holding, not pulling the trigger just yet. Fenris hits the overclock, but is having to fight from down low. Linrax does get the orbital up in time. Rally in play here from Quick, though, and the Blade from Dip is going to cut through Linrax. Now 3 slices land onto Yuurei Mirai, and that is just going to do it. Santi can't survive. Quick Esports hold on and take the series 3-1. They will stay undefeated here in Season 4. Yeah, that was a clean Ajax, too. That was a clean Ajax, too. Quick Esports looking dangerous. Looking dangerous. And they were definitely the favorites coming into this. You know, we talked about, you know, one of the toughest teams in the entire division. And Yuurei Mirai kept it very competitive. This Yuurei Mirai squad has definitely got some chops. And, you know, looks like we did get some changes coming here with Verret now in the main support role for Cynic. And Yuurei Mirai continue to look better and better every time I see him. Gotta give it up for Quick Esports, though. And, you know, Snowdrop, kind of one of the newcomers here in the scene, really holding their own. And you know what? Even though I was initially a little disappointed here this season that we're not seeing Zydra play, you know what, Snowdrop? I'm a fan. I'm a fan. And I look forward to seeing more out of this Quick Esports squad and see what else Snowdrop has to offer. See what else they can do when that hit scan roll. It was an exciting match. What a great match. Certainly did not disappoint. GG's all around. Congrats to Quick Esports on the big dub.